Hey everyone, I'm Jesse Bauer, a Sarasota native and local realtor. Today, I have the opportunity to sit down with one of the owners of an iconic Siesta Key location, Daiquiri Deck. Welcome to Daiquiri Deck.
Hey, Jesse,
Troy.
thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Good to see you.
today I'm going to be sitting down with a local legend, one of the owners of Daiquiri Deck, Troy Cyprit.
Hi, how are you all doing today?
Yeah.
So you wanted to come in and sit down and talk about some of the history of Siesta Key.
Absolutely,
and
yeah. I'm
Daiquiri
excited to
Deck.
sit down with you. Troy, it's great to see you again, buddy. It's been some time. I'd love that we get a chance to sit down together and go over some of the history of Siesta Key and Daiquiri Deck. What can you tell me about how the original Daiquiri Deck started?
So, I don't know if you know, but I was born here in Sarasota, and I am a true native. I spent most of my life actually living out here on Siesta Key. My father moved out here in 1974. Well, when I was in college, one of the things my dad always wanted me to do during the summers was have a job. So after my first summer at the University of Florida, I decided I'd get a job when I came home. And the job I decided to get was as a lifeguard for Sarasota County, working on our beaches. Wasn't exactly what my dad had in mind, but it was kind of what I looked at and decided would be a great summer job. My last year of doing that, a group of us went down to Siesta Key. It was also my last year at college. And we went down to Key West, and we were sitting at Fat Tuesdays in Key West. And we started talking about how great it would be to have something like Fat Tuesdays on Siesta Key. And so when I came back, I talked to my father about it. He happened to have a business partner that owned several properties here in Siesta Village. And he said, put a business plan together. Why don't you sit down with him, discuss it with him, see if he likes the idea. I did that. Fast forward 2 years later, and you were sitting in the Daiquiri Deck that came out of that idea. The same spot.
That's so cool.
And
so
what's
obviously, Siesta Key was so much different at that time, I imagine. So you've expanded it on this location, I imagine, from where you originally started?
Yeah, so this actual location started out as 3 different businesses. The building you're sitting in was actually a trailer that had a t-shirt shop in it.
Okay.
The 2 buildings that are next door are both buildings that were originally built down in Boca Grande and brought up here in the 40s and rolled up here on pilings and put in place. So the original Daiquiri Deck came from a trailer and 2 historic buildings.
Wow.
And over the years, we just combined them and have created what we have here now. And within the next year, we're going to be doing a major remodel here to bring it into the 21st century.
Okay, all right, I get that. Take me back to those early days. Do you have any really core memories of when you guys first got started?
So when I first started this business, I was 26 years old, and it took off right out of the gate. And the best way for me to describe it to people is it was like riding a tiger. If I fell off, it was going to eat me.
Yeah.
So I held on for dear life, and it's been a very interesting ride.
Yeah.
But you asked some of the fun memories that I have from the very beginning, and I would say probably the most meaningful and fun memory I have from early on were the first years we were open when Siesta Fiesta was still around. It was a festival that happened at the end of April. It was the end of tourist season, and it was really just the final blowout of the spring. And they closed the street, and it was truly a festival. It was both an art show, but it was a true gathering of everybody that lived and played out here.
Yeah.
And so that's probably one of my fondest memories.
I remember those. A lot of art on the streets. They closed it down. It was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some good memories for me as well growing up here. So, again, coming out of original Siesta Key, you guys have this one location. Now you've got multiple locations. So tell me a little bit about how you came from just this one spot and expanded out to multiple locations around town.
So in late 2009, 2010, my business partners and I, we looked at what we were doing. And at that point, we had multiple different restaurants that we owned, multiple different concepts. And we realized that we had something very unique and special with the Daiquiri Deck. The emphasis being on, obviously, the frozen drinks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one of the important issues for us was creating a solid menu. And it wasn't just a place for people to go drink, but it was a place for people to go out to be able to celebrate with families. And in order to do that, you also have to provide food. And so an emphasis that we've always had, different than most frozen drink companies out there, is to emphasize our drinks along with emphasizing the food. And so the evolution of the concept went from our first location, which was located here. We've now expanded into 5 different locations. We have another one on South Siesta Key, which we also have one on St. Armands, Venice, and Bradenton Beach.
Yeah.
Last year, prior to the hurricanes, we were also providing all the frozen beverages along with having a marketing relationship with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, wow. That's
And
exciting.
so, yeah, that was really exciting.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun because it was kind of outside of the normal scope of what we've been looking at doing. And it's turned into a very fruitful relationship for both us and the Rays. So last year after Hurricane Milton actually blew the top off of Tropicana Field, no pun intended, but literally. And so for the 2024 baseball season, they had to use George Steinbrenner Field.
Yeah.
So we suspended our relationship with the Rays for this year, and we will be resuming it next year. And again, next year we'll be doing all the frozen beverages at Tropicana Field.
Okay, that's exciting. When you had that early partnership, did you see a lot more business coming through, a lot more?
It created a lot of energy and a lot of vibe.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many people from our area actually, number one, watch the Rays on TV, but number two, actually go to the games. And we had a very, very recognizable cup that they were served into the stadium, so they really stood out. And basically, they went from selling 0 frozen beverages the year before us to it being one of the most popular drinks that they sold at Tropicana Field last year.
Yeah. Well, you brought up something really exciting. Well, 2 things really that I have questions about. The first thing is obviously the daiquiris. It's a big feature item here. Mm-hmm. But I also heard some whispers about a new chef, maybe a new menu. Tell me a little bit about the secrets behind the daiquiris and then get into maybe the new chef and menu that you're talking about.
So one of the things that we've always focused on is improving the quality of everything we do. And as you can see, we have the daiquiri machines here. Well, the daiquiri machines are a great tool helping you to create a great beverage.
Okay.
That beverage goes from the creation of what goes into the product. And as an example, most frozen drinks are made from corn syrup, as are a lot of products. One of the things that we've done and emphasized is moving away from using corn syrup to using all natural cane sweeteners and sugars, which people look at as being a healthier alternative. At the same time, we also have created and patented a filling system that goes along with the drink machines. That filling system enables us to produce drinks at volume in a situation like Tropicana Field, where you have a short period of time where you have to sell a high volume of drinks.
Right.
At the same time, it also improves the quality of the drink itself. That quality of that drink, and we will have people occasionally say, well, your daiquiris don't have any alcohol in them. And my argument to that is, in order for the machines to work properly, they have to maintain what's called a Brix level.
Yeah.
That Brix level measures the amount of sugar and alcohol in the drink. If you don't have enough sugar and alcohol in the drink will freeze up and break the machine.
Right.
If you have too much alcohol or too much sugar in the mix, then the product will never freeze. So it's really hard for us to not have the proper combination of alcohol and sugar in the drinks because of that scientific requirement.
Yeah.
At the same time, we've also looked at improving the quality of our food. And when we first started, we were like every other place that was a bar that served food. It was bar food.
Yeah.
3 years ago, we made the specific choice and decision to move the quality of our food up. And in that process, we hired an executive chef to redesign our menu. His name is Jeremy Thayer. He is a Culinary Institute of America trained chef from New York. He's worked with several large organizations, including Compass and Constellation. He was the corporate chef at ING for a period of time.
Okay.
And he's worked with other local restaurant companies too. So the quality of our food is dramatically improved. And we have a new menu coming out with several new items on September 2nd of this year.
All right, you heard it first, September 2nd. We all got to be out here to support the new menu and get some tasty new food. That'll be really fun.
And ironically, it happens to be my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. So obviously you've been a part of this community for a long time. What could you tell somebody that's considering, Siesta Key as a lifestyle change, maybe a second home or a full-time residence, coming out here and living a part of this lifestyle?
So, as I mentioned earlier, I was born in Sarasota. I've lived on Siesta Key since 1974. And I will tell you, yes, Siesta Key has changed.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at it and say, oh, they hate the changes. Well, the changes have been good and bad. Some of the good parts of the changes are we have a lot more choices in restaurants and a lot more choices in places to go.
Absolutely.
When you look at Siesta Key as a lifestyle, it really centers around, first, the beach. We have the most beautiful beaches in the world. And we have our beaches, which are made out of 99% pure quartz from the Appalachian Mountains. That quartz on the beach makes the beach so that they're white, they're very fine. It's almost like sugar, it's so fine. And at the same time, the biggest benefit is it's cool. You go to most beaches across Florida and across the world, when you go to walk on the beach, you can't because the sand is so hot.
Right.
That's not true here. The other great thing is on Siesta Key, our beach and our water, the pitch is so slight going into the water that it's the perfect bathing beach. And it's a very safe beach too.
Yeah. I've always felt that way too.
Yes, along with great water quality. What really makes living on Siesta Key a unique lifestyle is the laid-back nature. And in a lot of communities where you have something like Siesta Key, in order to get to any other like business area or your real town, you have to drive a fair distance.
Yeah.
The great thing about Sarasota and Siesta Key is it's a 5 minutes drive.
Right.
You know, you're on the mainland in 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes at worst. So there's a lot of really good qualities along with great amenities that are right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Unless you catch the bridge coming up, you may catch the bridge every once in a while. That'll slow you down a bit, but yeah, it's pretty easy getting on and off here.
But compared to, I mean, when people look at sitting in traffic, people get upset if they sit in traffic around here for 10 or 15 minutes.
Right, I know.
If you're in a major city, you're sitting in traffic and traveling hours a day.
Yeah.
And
I've had it. I've had clients come down, Chicago, New York, and they say this is nothing. We love a little action, love what's going on with the city. So it's, you know, we got that little bit of a taste of a city while still being a beach town as well.
Yeah. And the big part, like I said, it's the character. I mean, you live on Siesta Key, you're within walking distance of some of the best quality restaurants you can find in Sarasota County. You have a grocery stores at both ends of Siesta Key. For the most part, you're living in residential neighborhoods. Yeah. They're not, you know, there are condos along the beaches, but that's the only places the condos are located. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a single family residential island.
Yeah. Which brings up a good point. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you all a sneak peek of a very exciting listing I have that's coming up right around the corner at Palm Island. It's walking distance or a short bike ride over to the Siesta Key Village. So I thought that would be a really cool way to wrap this up and give you a true taste of living out here on Siesta Key. But Troy, I have another important question for you. Moving forward, the Daiquiri Deck brand, I know you mentioned some stuff with the Trop and the Rays. What can you tell me about what's next for Daiquiri Deck?
So, like with the relationship we've developed with the Rays at Tropicana Field, we're in the process of fostering other relationships with other professional organizations, both locally and nationally, to provide frozen beverages within their stadiums. We've also started working on other types of special events like golf tournaments and boat shows, where we will have our presence at those types of events moving forward.
I bet set up for stuff like that. And you got to bring machines out to areas, or you supply them, they buy them from you, something like that?
No, it's something where we basically are an all-in-one service for an organization that wants to provide frozen beverages at an event. Yeah. As an example, a golf tournament. We have filling systems that we've now created that go with machines that are completely portable. And so we can show up at your facility, we can put our machines in place, we can turn them on, and within an hour to an hour and a half,
really
be
cool.
providing frozen beverages.
So could I hire you guys to do it at a private event or something like that?
Whenever you want, we can do private events.
Love that.
We can go all the way from small house parties all the way up to large events such as golf tournaments. And if you have Tropicana, we could do Tropicana too.
That's awesome. Any thoughts about additional locations in the future?
Yes, we've actually got a location up in Bradenton, in downtown Bradenton we're working on. Okay. And hopefully within the next couple of years, we'll have that location up and running. We've also got some other things in the works, which I can't really discuss at this moment in time. Okay. But it would be a major expansion to our concept across the United States.
That's really cool.
And international.
When you're eyeing a new location, are you thinking close to the water to keep with this beach vibe, or could you go inland or totally different? Any thoughts of expanding outside of the local area?
So one of the great things about where we've located our stores currently, we have one located in a shopping district in St. Armand's.
Yeah.
We have one in a downtown setting in Venice. We have several in beach settings, Bradenton Beach and Siesta Key. So what it's given us is the opportunity to see where our concept works and doesn't work. And one of the things we've come to realize is we can make our concept work both in a tourist-driven community, such as Sarasota. We can also have it work in communities where you have active, fun entertainment districts.
Yeah.
And so those are other areas that we're going to be targeting. Currently, we're going to be looking at expanding in other areas in Florida, but potentially internationally.
Wow, that's exciting.
Is, you know, Mexico.
Yeah.
There are several places in Asia that have expressed interest in potentially bringing our concept there. So we've got different avenues we're working on.
Awesome. Well, that is about all I have for you guys today. It's been really fun interviewing Troy here. If you have the opportunity, come out, taste the new menu on September 2nd. If you stick around, I'm going to bring Troy over to this new listing. Him and I can talk about what the lifestyle's like a bit over there. But Troy, any final words for our audience today?
No, I just want to say to everybody, you know, we appreciate your business. We love our locals. And this is a time of year when it's great for locals to come out because all the tourists are gone and all the restaurants on Siesta Key have plenty of room and space for you. And traffic's easy to get on the key this time of year too.
Yep, it's my favorite time of the year. That's a great point. All right.
Well, thank you, Jesse.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to 430 Island Circle. Troy, thanks for coming out. I just wanted to show you a little bit about the house, and then we can really dig into how cool it is to be steps away from Daiquiri Deck in the Village. The house itself, we're sitting at over 3,200 square feet, my correction there. 2 bedrooms downstairs, 3 bedrooms up, and we've got 3.5 bathrooms. As you can see, the entire home has been redone. Brand new kitchens, new cabinetry, all upstairs has been redone, all the bathrooms redone as well, and all impact windows. Big bonus, obviously, with the storm concerns out here. Why don't I show you around a little bit in the primary bedroom.
Yeah, this is a really neat house. It's very typical of what you see in Florida, a very open floor plan with a lot of exposure to the outdoors. And, you know, Island Circle here is a very iconic circle. And I don't know if you know, but it actually is the shape of a heart. And it's literally an island within an island.
Yes, yeah, it's very unique. And driving around the canal, the waters are great. There's a few low spots, but you see a ton of beautiful houses out here, a lot of character, and all walks of life.
Yeah, and the other great part is not only are you close to the village, as you mentioned, but you're literally a stone's throw from Siesta Public Beach.
Yeah.
And those beautiful white sands.
That's 2 blocks away, and then walk out to the beach, bring all your beach stuff, and have a nice day.
Yep.
Priya, if you want to get a cool shot of the primary bathroom, got a nice standalone tub, and we'll make our way out to the back, but it's got a nice open concept, really well done.
Yeah, that very, like I said, Florida feel.
Yeah, very coastal. Got this additional bonus room here, bonus space as well. You got the kids running around, whatever you want to do, have a good time. Now, my favorite feature is out back. I've got to show you this. So nothing says Siesta Key and the beach life like having your own dock and canal in the backyard.
Yes, that's a big part of living on Siesta Key is being able to have access to boating facilities.
Yeah.
It's nice being close to the beach, but it's also very nice being able to get out on the water.
On the water, yeah, that's the life, right?
Yes, it is.
And then I just really love this backyard too, because there's not too many homes that have this green grass feel. You know, a lot of people go with the low maintenance style yards, or they can't even sustain the grass. So this makes you feel like you're in more of a family home with the yard out back.
Yes, and at the same time, this is also a larger lot as compared to a lot of lots on Siesta Key.
Yeah.
Because in Siesta we have a lot of 50-foot lots, and that doesn't give you a lot of room for outdoor activities and outdoor space.
Yeah, you're just building up. So this makes you feel like you got that ground level living, and it's really easy to get in and out of.
While still having privacy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Well, thank you
it's a
so
great
much,
listing.
Troy.
Thank you for having me. It's good talking to you,
Yeah,
Jesse.
it's been great hanging out with you today and learning more about Daiquiri Deck. And thank you for coming over to see the new
I
listing.
enjoyed seeing the listing. Take care and have a great day.
Absolutely, man.
See you,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Whether you're grabbing a daiquiri with friends or walking home from the beach, this part of Siesta Key is truly special. If you'd like to know more about the home at 430 Island Cir, contact me anytime. I'd love to set up a private showing.